Hey Busters, welcome back to another Capsule Toy video. So today we'll be opening up the brand new Scorpion series, Scorpion from the series the IkimonoZukan, or the giant the encyclopedia, or the giant encyclopedia of living organisms. So here, as you can see, I got two. I only got one of each mold, the small and the big. So just to save you guys time as I'm doing this, I can already tell you before even building it, I highly recommend the big one. Obviously, I love these, but I cannot, as far as I know, recommend the small one. So just gonna show it off. So here we got this, and here, reason being, it is a lot smaller than the big one. So as you can see, these are the same, so I'm just gonna go over these. Let's see, this time it's slightly different. So this time it just says Sasori. So here's a QR code for if you want it. Dangomushi Special Scorpion. Interesting. So the English, they just straight up say Scorpion. And so this time it's just kind of hard paper. Interesting. It's a bit different. Oh, distributed by different people. And then on this side, as you can see, Scorpion. Oh, so the mouth moves. Interesting. So here you can just see just the general breakdown. You got the, was it the the big daio sasori. I'm not sure. It's just means big sasori, so I don't know, big size. Then you got the red emperor, red crow emperor scorpion. Then you got the dai sasori small, the red crow emperor small, and then you got this yellow black one, which is the Israel golden scorpion. So this one just straight up says scorpion. Oh, all of these say scorpion. Oh, but yeah, that's the big one. But yeah, wait, actually I must show this off too. As you can see, the big one here is big sized, which is 170 millimeters or 17 centimeters. I'm not sure, how they measure that, but the small ones are only 100 millimeters or 10 centimeters. So these guys are almost double the size. When I first rolled it, I got this one, and I assumed this was the small one, just because for this series, for 500 yen, they were always this big. They were always like this size. So I was like, yeah. And then I'm like, okay, let's keep rolling until I get the big one. And then this guy popped out in my second one, and man, was I bummed. I was like, look how small this is. You can't tell, so I'm just gonna do a quick size comparison. It's real small compared to what you usually get for 500 yen. So this one is definitely so let's just start off with the small one. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, first impression wise, definitely let down by the small one, but I can probably tell you right away, you busters, right away, that probably, while I'm probably gonna be super disappointed by the size, quality, I'm probably gonna be okay, quite happy with the quality. So just the tail itself is really nice. So just the tail here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 individually articulated parts, because it's a scorpion. So you got that. And then here, so this one is a peg. No, interesting. It's a very small ball joint here. So we got that in. We got this. So is this on a ball joint too? Yes, this one is. I don't know, ball joint or whatever joint, but it's on some sort of joint. So it goes left, right. Sort of snake-like. Ooh. Pop. So joint here. Pop that in there. Is what I want to say, but maybe because it's not straight, so it's a bit harder to pop in for this one. This one is definitely a lot harder to pop in. Is it too big to pop in? Is it because it's backwards? Oh, that might be it. Sorry, Busters, I'm having a bit hard time. I think it was in, but then there we go. Nope. And then this popping out. So definitely, already I can see, what I can already tell you is, because of how small the joints are, they do seem like they pop out a lot more. And this one just doesn't want to go in, although it just could, you know. There we go. But it does feel like, yeah, so at least on mine, maybe the hole is a bit too big, but mine pops out quite easily. I don't know if that's just a defect or maybe I'm doing it wrong, because, you know. But at least for now, it's okay. So let's see. So we got the scorpion arms. The legs are nice, definitely nice. So from what I can tell, so the legs here are articulated, but let's just show it off here. Scorponok, terrorize! For those who watch, what's it, Beast Wars? But that looks nice. So yeah, definitely. Okay, so like, ow, in hand, you know, it's really small. Like really small. Of course, when you compare to the big guy. But I don't know. Actually, I thought I'd be disappointed, and then, you know, in hand, it's not as bad as I thought. Definitely really good detail. I was never gonna be disappointed about that. So here the mouth parts can move here, and this popped out again. And in terms of articulation, you know, this part doesn't, honestly, it moves a little bit here, goes up here before mine just pops off. So I wouldn't say that's articulation, but maybe it's mine. But you know, it can go all the way down here for stinging, and straight like so if you wanted to. But the legs are on what appear to be ball joints. So you know, you can get on down here. Sorry, Buster's up here and there. Sorry, Busters. You know what? It's kind of dark because the scorpion is kind of dark. I'm just gonna use brighten a bit. So yeah, the legs here are on not ball joints but hinges. So you do actually have some, I guess, knee or whatever these parts would be called, articulations on each one. Even the small one, not much though, but you still get some. I think there's articulation here. Yeah, so you get some here. So you get that much, as well as here in this part, and of course here. So you do get like 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I don't know if this one. I don't know. I don't think this one has articulation here, but I think this part's molded in. I could be wrong, but no, wait. It's really hard to tell, but I think this part is actually just molded in, so it's not articulation there. But yeah, really small, and of course it's a scorpion, so this part does open only yay much for a scorpion, so only this much. And like I said, these little mouth part thing can move. I think they're mouth things, I don't really know. I think they're the, you know, the things they eat with, I think. Then where's their eyes? I really don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this guy. But as you can see, sorry, Busters, let me just show it off here. Get it. Let's see if I can get it more focus there. So, molding wise, it's quite nice. I don't know how scorpions look underneath, but you know, that's how they look. They got this little ball thing, this little thing here. It looks like it's, I'm going to trust them that this is how a real scorpion looks like. You know, on the back, they do have a little ball here. I think scorpions generally have that. A nice crevice. And like even here on the claws, as you can see, it's got molded bumps as well as here. So definitely great attention to detail. But yeah, so let's just put this guy down here like so. Oops. We'll have this guy like here, like so. Well, we get onto his bigger brother. So yeah, so this is definitely going to be worth what I expected. Honestly, this is really small, but now that I look at it, like the small size might be nice. Reason being, it just might be a really good way to show off, like scorpions, they might just be that big. So the bigger they are, they might not be as good. Oh, so this thing, so I think that mouth thing was only this big, so yeah. So definitely way more detail here. Although one of the legs popped off of mine, so don't worry. So as you can see, just pop it back on. No worries there. Okay, just pop it off. Pop it back on properly. There you go. And go the leg. So yeah, so this should be the exact same thing, but just way bigger. Get the legs out. I don't know how scorpion legs are. Like that. So definitely this part here. And the scorpion tail. Which way should it be? I think it's this way, right? Should be this way, so there we go. Definitely lots of ball joints, so it's definitely a lot flimsier than most of the other stuff they released in this series. So slight bummer, but that just could be mine, So I'm willing to give them a benefit of the doubt because they've been really good at these. So honestly, but nothing like example. So like this thing is already flippy floppy. Could be too heavy, or just maybe it's just not pushed in hard enough. Yep. So various reasons, but nothing like example if you put like I think some people put sprays in there just to like harden it. So honestly, if it's a bit floppy for sure on mine, but I'm pretty sure it's quite easy to fix with I think lots of people use Pledge spray or whatever. So jumbo hands. Put this in. Oops, sorry, busters. So this guy's gotta build him yourself a bit. But yeah, definitely. Oh, there we go. So definitely so articulation's the same, exactly the same. As you can see, although yeah, so this one you can see is a lot easier to show the detailing. Let me focus it on him a bit more so you can see the textured. So this is soft, like a soft rubbery plastic, not a smooth. You can see it with like a matte finish. But the arms here are kind of just mold. It's just black plastic. It's not painted or anything, but and then here's kind of glossy. But on the bottom, exactly the same. Maybe a bit more intrinsic detail, I guess. But and then the face. Sorry, busters. I guess maybe the face is important for those who like insects to see accuracy. Not much to see. These mandible or mouth things do move. If that does anything for you guys, So, but yeah, sorry, busters. Not much focus there. So, yeah, definitely this guy's much bigger. Same with the arms. Oh, maybe. So let's see. Maybe this can prove whether this is art. Yeah, so this is all one piece. So definitely not. But just as before, you can articulate this much. You can have him this closed, however you want him, like dabbing. If you want him to be a dab scorpion. But yeah. So really nice. Interesting though. My tail is definitely floppy, which is definitely a bummer. Which shouldn't, honestly, it shouldn't. So hold on, busters. I'm just gonna fix this off screen for a real quick sec. So unfortunately, I couldn't really do much about it except, just get it stuck in this pose. But yeah. So as you guys can see, the small one is 110 centimeters, and this is 17, I think, was it 17 or 18 centimeters in size. 70, so 70% bigger. But yeah, you can see a huge size difference. So definitely you can see why I was very disappointed in this. Although now that I look at it, like the small one's not bad, even though I would say I'm disappointed. The scale is nice, like the big one is nice, but the small one, maybe because this is so light and it holds up better, and maybe just because scorpions are generally smaller, I think. I'm not sure. I mean, people eat them, right? So they can't be that big. But yeah, size comparison, you know, I think I might have shown it already, forgot, but this is a Magic the Gathering Digimon Pokemon casino playing trump card. So as you can see, this boy just fits under in here, about this wide. This is a small boy, whereas the big one is much bigger in every sense of the word. So like even height wise, he's like that hits him about 6.6, because these are 6.6, where this guy is just under. So it's not too bad, but you can, I mean, just look at the size of the tails if we have them like back. I mean, if I had them like say back to back, you can see just how big of a difference it is. And when you consider these are the same price, well, you know. But luckily, these are only 500 yen each. Luckily is, but you know, so you're not losing too terribly if you get these, because they do look nice. So, but yeah, of course, for those like me or you're watching this, you probably love collecting these things. So here they are next to a beetle. So I'm just gonna put, it's not much size, so you know, if I put them next to a beetle here, you can kind of see just how big they are compared to, say, the beetles. I think the big one is definitely more on par with the beetles. Here he is next to, say, if you want the stag, that was the rhino beetles, here's with the stag beetles. You know, more similar in the big one, the small one definitely smaller. You know, not much. If you guys want, here he is next to the 1,000 yen spotted leopard. So like that one might be a better size comparison. They do look similar. And then this big boy right here. So oops, the tail flippy floppy again. I mean, there's not much, you know, it's definitely real nice, but as you can see, the big one is just way better. Although the tail on mine is floppy, so if that is the case with all of these, then maybe that's why the small is slightly better, because it could just be too heavy. But honestly, I'm 100% positive if you just put like some spray in here just to like thicken up the pegs, it will stand up properly. Although I'm not sure, maybe scorpions just always do have it like this. I really don't know, because while I love insects and I think they look cool, I know jack about them. So but definitely stand up here, buddy, you're on review. But yeah, so as you can see, definitely huge difference in size. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this review, Busters. Can I recommend it? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, this one is definitely one of the few where I can't wholeheartely recommend it. I do say the big guy is really good, but the flippy floppy tail is kind of that. But you know, I'm just gonna say, you know, ignore that. If it was a perfect tail just like this, definitely the big one's definitely worth it. However, the small ones are really small, and while they are really detailed, you know, and have great posability, honestly, they are really small. And if you like me and collect like all the other ones in the series, you are definitely going to be let down by the size. Definitely not by the quality. The quality of this is superb. You know, tons of articulation. You're not going to be let down by that, but you will be let down by the size. So, and especially because in this set there's only 5, and there's only 5, but 3 different ones. So here I got the black one, the Daio Sasori, and then the red emperor one is just the same. They're all the same mold, but just like a red, dark red, brownish red. And the last one, the Israel golden one, that one is kind of like a glow in the darky one. I kind of wanted that one for the small one, but I guess this one's pretty good to show off the details. But yeah, I would definitely say if you can pick up the big one, yeah, go for it. Real nice. If you don't really care about the size, or maybe if the small one is more realistic to you, then definitely get it. Like if you're not bothered by the size, then I definitely recommend it. However, if the size is a problem, you want something big to show off, then this one might be a pass if you had to get it as a random one. Like, because I know some sites, they'll just say you give them money and they just randomly ship you one. Which one, I don't know, but at least this time, this is the only time where there is a huge gap in difference. Like before for the bees, while the other one was bigger, like the big wasp and the smaller one were quite different in size, even the small one was quite big. Like the small one was quite big, but this is huge disparity in size, so that might be a turnoff. But even then, I still do recommend the big one. And the small one, I'd price it at more of a 300, 400, maybe 400, because like 300 nowadays doesn't get you much sometimes. So I would put it at 400, and I would put this one at say like 600, then maybe 600, 700, because of just the size, you know, and just how nice it looks. A bit flimsy on mine, but definitely I will not chalk that up to the overall quality of this one. Although this is a brand new like mold for them, so maybe they haven't perfected it yet, so I don't know about that. Maybe it was designed for the small one and they just upscaled it and they never tested the tail. I don't know. So, but at least as far as I'm concerned, I do believe in these guys, so definitely that. So yeah, that's pretty much it, Busters. You know, as I said before, can I recommend it? Definitely for those who are like me that collect these things. Highly detailed, so the only negative is the small one is really small, and the big one might have tail issues that you have to fix up yourself. But yeah, but pretty much that's about it, Busters. Hopefully this helped you guys decide whether or not you like these or not, or tempered your expectations if you ordered it already and were expecting it to be a bit bigger. I honestly do not know how they calculated the 170 or 100, whether it was like this or the straight tail. So 10 centimeters might be straight tail, maybe like that, so I really don't know. But definitely with the tail curled up, it definitely looks smaller than it does, so especially when it happens next to each other like that. But I would definitely say if you're not bothered by the size, then definitely get it. Really cool, because Scorpion's so cool. And how many Scorpion toys can you actually get that are realistic, you know, so that don't transform. But yeah, that's about it, Busters. Thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully this answered any questions you had about this. You know, if there's anything I didn't go over or you wanted more information or more detail about, please let me know down in the comment section below, and I will be sure to get back to you on that. Because, you know, I do know I went over this quite quickly, and, you know, there's some stuff I just skip and I can't remember what I showed and did not, so, but yeah, if you stuck around to the end, thanks for watching, and if you skipped ahead, anyways, thanks for checking the video out at all, and hope to see you guys again on our next capsule toy video. As always, this is Buster-kun here, telling you she is perfect.